Howdy, friends. It's Chris Angel coming at you for another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. And today we're talking about what if I sound like everybody else? What if when I go out to the world and say what I feel like I'm supposed to say, it looks and sounds like everybody else? In fact, when I look out into the world, I see everybody else saying similar things to me. So what would be the point of sharing my message if what I'm wanting to share is already being said? Okay, that is the scenario. And this is more common than I think we realize. I do think it's under the surface. I think it doesn't show up until you start to get ready to say something, right? So if we're really being honest, a lot of people are sort of waiting to do their videos and their marketing until they get inspired, right? Or they're afraid to actually put it out there. But for those who have mustered, that sounds funny. It's a funny word right now. For those who have conjured the courage to say what they want to say, they then get in front of a camera and then they go, this feels familiar. I feel like I've heard this in the last week from other people. Okay, so let's address that, because you can't make a difference in the world and you can't create consistent income in the world if you are stuck behind the belief that you can't share because others are already saying what you want to say. So here's what I want to start with this. It's true. It's true. Like, what you want to say may be similar to what other people want to say. Yep, that's true. Especially if you're in our tribe, right? If you're in our tribe where we're wanting to help people heal, or we're wanting to help people with their transformation, whatever your line of work is, I promise you there is somebody who is saying something similar. And if they're a good human, like you're a good human, it's possible that the way they say it is similar to the way that you say it. So let's just embrace that fact. Which then brings us to the next question. Then why share? Well, here's the deal. I believe right now in America, let's just say the world, humans are waking up. It is a renaissance, if you will. It's a renaissance, not of art, but it's a renaissance of our soul. I think we're looking for meaning more than ever. In a world where there's lots of unexplainable political things, environmental things, there's lots happening, and we as a species are being like, hey, we better wake up and do something about this, okay? So there are a lot of people who are starting to tap into important work. They're starting to discover that their soul wants to do something meaningful. Now, if you are a healer, if you help people with transformation, here's what you need to know. In order for the people we're trying to serve to go out and find their important work and move into the world to do their important work, they're going to have to heal some of their past. They're going to have to deal with their shadow, right? They're going to have to get honest about what they've been hiding from, and they're going to have to develop some skills and mindsets to go out and do the thing they actually want to do. It's not enough to say, oh, I want to be purposeful and have meaning in my life, and then go try to do it without the skills and the mindsets to make that possible. Here's my point. The world needs all of us. So even if somebody else is saying the exact same thing as you, the world still requires more of us who are on this side of it to be exercising our voice and to speak, to say what there is to say, so that the rest of the world can benefit from what life has taught us, how we see it, right? So even if, by the way, the whole conversation of like other people are saying what I was going to say, that's your ego talking, right? That's like somebody standing up and saying like, well, they took all my answers, right? So I have to come up with something new. This isn't an icebreaker. We're not doing an icebreaker where you have to say something original. You can say the exact same thing as long as it feels like a true expression of you, what life has taught you, and you're saying it to the people who can hear it, right? So we can end with this. You have something life has taught you. And life may, in life's infinite wisdom, may have taught it to someone else. And both of you feel inspired to share it. Well, of course. Of course you feel inspired to share, because that's the nature of truth. When truth gives you a gift called life and the lessons of life, you share those with whoever will hear. It is your job to simply speak what life has taught you, and it is the universe's job, it is life's job, it is God's job to bring those who have ears to hear. It is their job to come here and learn, to absorb, to be inspired by. Okay? You can't control how people react to your message. What you can control is that you have your message and you say your message. So where do we start with all this? Well, you start with looking into your life and really asking the question, what are the lessons life has taught me? Okay? What conversation do I want to lead in the world, even if somebody else is leading a similar conversation? Okay, that's where you've got to go to work. Now, if you have not started that journey, then I have a course for you. I have a free course. It's called Marketing for the Rest of Us, the course. And it starts to look at how to find the conversation you want to lead in the world. Regardless of whether somebody else is leading it or not, you still have souls to inspire, so you might as well get to work on it now. You can get that course at groundswellmethod.com, and it is an appetizer. I'm going to tell you right now, it's an appetizer for a 6-week intensive program where we actually go to work on this stuff, okay? So the 90-minute course, the 5 videos, 90 minutes, the free course, that's designed to help you decide or discover if this is the right context or the right frame for marketing for you. And if it is, then you can apply for the 6-week program, okay? And if it's not, well, then I promise you'll still get some awesome nuggets and perspective out of the 90-minute course at groundswellmethod.com. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight in this episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. And until tomorrow, when we go live again, have a great night.